Okay, sorry about the weird camera angle. Let me fix that. That's a little bit better. So I'm gonna go over my newest collection, and it is missing. There are two guns that are missing from the collection. One's an M4, and then one is an L85 AEG. I've explained it in other videos. It's gone, but it might come back, kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to show you. These are all gas blowback guns, but I'm going to show you my updated collection for, what is this, November 2014. First is my WeTech G27, and it has only some slight modifications to it. Relatively new. Got some night sights, so they glow in the dark. Maybe I can actually show that off. Well, if my flash wasn't on, I guess it would work. Anyway, this is she. Shoots pretty well. Not very accurate, but it is a stock inner barrel. And the recoil's decent for, you know, how large it is. I put an upgraded hammer spring in there at one point, but it was just making the slide difficult to cycle. Pretty much it's all ABS and pot metal. No high quality metals on here whatsoever. Even the spring guide rod is not even steel. It's like some super low quality zinc or something like that. It is nice. Let me show you. They have a sort of replicated, you know, the dual spring system like the Gen 4s have. And this is the upper receiver with, or the slide as some people might want to call it. There's already some wear. It's kind of greasy, but there's already some wear on the rails, and I'm not going to upgrade this. I put a different, little bit of a thicker spring on here for the trigger, just for reliability reasons. This is the only part that's steel right here. This and like the pins and things, but it's a very simple gun to work on. But I'm not going to upgrade it. And I do have two magazines for this. They're both 15 round magazines. I dropped, what is it? I dropped this one and it broke right here. So I had to smash it back, and it works still, but you know, these are obviously low quality metal as well. Very heavy for their size, and when you drop them, they break sometimes. But so I don't really recommend this gun, but it is kind of nice. You know, just if you want to kind of train with this sort of format of a gun. This is it with the extended magazine plate. Let's move on to a different gun. The trigger is crisp on it, but it's very lightweight. Before I move on, it has a sort of upgraded competition style slide release, and the Gen 4 texture, of course. That's really all there is. This is a safety, for those of you concerned with safety. The trademarks are kind of decent. Kind of looks like a Glock. So let's move on. I'm going to get this one out of the way because I just made this video. But this is my 100% custom M4. It's all real steel and super high quality. Like this is a $300 receiver set, not including shipping and tax and all that. Magpul MOE SL grip, which is more vertical and slim for like sort of PDWs and stuff. A BMS mil-spec stock, and an element buffer tube with a element steel castle nut, iron airsoft buffer plate, iron airsoft body pins, CCT anti-rotation pins, iron airsoft steel selector switch, steel magazine catch, AABB trigger set. It's a metallurgy. It's a process. A iron airsoft real steel length bolt carrier. It's a CNC aluminum. This is a spark vortex, or a vortex spark, sorry. Real steel red dot with kill flash. It's also a vortex kill flash. And this is the, what is it, the lower 1/3 coat witness. As you can see, these screws are not screwed in because I'm actually doing some work on this and I didn't feel like tightening it down. But this is a modular rail, so you can place the rail segments anywhere you want, and I've chose to leave them off. And I mean, really, if you look at this, there's really no point in this rail being here because there's nothing attached to it. But it's super cool looking, and if I ever wanted to attach something to it, it would be perfect. I do also have a shorter inner barrel for this, and normally the flash hider would come to right where the bottom of this flash hider would be. So it would actually look, it would be like that inside. This is usually the segment I use, but I have a longer inner barrel. I'm going to be setting this up for a little bit longer ranges. It's an RA Tech steel 601 inner barrel, 5KU adjustable outer barrel. Like, it comes with a 3-inch segment and then a 4-inch segment and a 5-inch segment and then a 7-inch segment. So you can combine them all together to make a really long barrel, or you can use any combination of the attachments and make whatever length barrel you want, pretty much. This is a improperly timed, I just kind of threw it on here real quick for the video. Noveske KX3 Sound Hog is a loudener, so when you shoot it, it makes your gun louder. And it's 14mm counterclockwise. Iron airsoft dust cover, some generic real steel butterfly ambidextrous charging handle. What else? Iron airsoft bolt release, and also iron airsoft. I'll show you. Iron airsoft housing, like the bolt catch housing. There's a 5KU steel hop-up chamber, or star, or whatever you want to call it, star chamber. A GMP hop-up, rubber. What else do you have? Iron airsoft forward assist, steel forward assist. Yeah, all these parts in here are AABB metallurgy. I've modified the hammer to be somewhat of a speed hammer. Very hard steel. I'm very impressed with this. Check out the trigger reset here. Really clicky. This is a GMP 150% spring set. So really, really crisp. My own buffer that I make. It's been used quite a bit here. A GMP stock buffer spring, a BCM real steel buffer lock with the spring. And what else? I think there is no selector in this gun because the Iron Airsoft one is too loose in there. It doesn't work. And then any other one I've tried just doesn't work. I'm gonna try some other ones in a little bit, but for now it doesn't matter because I use it only in semi anyway, and safety's not really a huge concern, or having a safety, because you just take the magazine out. So let's move on, since I've already shown you that stock, or not that gun before. This is my somewhat custom G5. I have stippled the front end right here. Normally there'd be 2 plastic rail segments right here. I took them off I took a lot of little things off of here to just try to lighten this up as much as possible. I've modified some things. I'm not going to really go over some of the small modifications because most people really wouldn't care. There's an RA Tech steel bolt carrier, and everything else is pretty much stock. There's a Magpul K-grip, specifically for PDWs, and as you can see, it kind of doesn't fit perfect. I have 2 magazines for this, and I've converted the GMP P-mags to work in this gun. All you have to do is remove the valve lock on it. And as you can see, it kind of looks like a Scorpion Evo in the back, and then, you know, sort of the receiver, the upper receiver looks sort of like a Scorpion. But it's kind of a hybrid between a Scorpion Evo 3 and a AR-15. And a little bit of a, I guess, what is it, MP5? And there's this little bug flying around, bugging the shit out of me. I guess that's what the name implies here. All stock internals. The trigger group is actually pretty nice. It's not steel, but it's a really hard metal. Okay. And this is a Aimpoint Micro T1 replica. Pretty cool sight with the kill flash that my buddy shot out, as you can see. Okay, next. This one's kind of, I haven't really run it like this, but so it looks a little bit ridiculous. But this is my new GHK PDW. And the last gun was a GHK G5. I'm not sure if I said GHK. Stainless, or not a stainless, but a steel outer barrel, which I might change to the aluminum version because to lighten it up. Steel flash hider. That's a stock one. Got Magpul backup iron sights, even though they're plastic. They're not really. I've modified them a little bit so they don't catch my gloves. It's a Knights Armament PDW replica. I actually have the G5 pistol grip on here temporarily until I get my new pistol grip coming. It's all stock internally. It's ambidextrous everywhere except for like the stock release and the bolt release. This is a Vortex Strike Fire. Takes CR123 batteries. Super awesome. Also have a kill flash on there. I haven't really used that sight too much. This is actually the G5 bolt carrier in there. And pretty cool gun. Sounds good. And I've had to do some work on the stock because it's pretty wobbly. And there's QD mounts everywhere on it. One right here, one under, oops, sorry, not under, but under the stock, and one on the side of the gun. And it's a monolithic upper, and it's like an anodized hard coating finish on the gun, and it's really nice. Rail's got like a little bit of a scoop to it, if you can see that. Top rail, really nice. And I've removed some things from this gun for weight reasons, and because I don't feel they were necessary, like the little side locking thing here. I didn't like that, how it stuck out really far. When you collapse the stock, like it attaches right here, but I never do that. I don't like to collapse my stocks. Anyway, just in case you didn't hear me charge this gun, it's got more of a clack. And the charging handle is on the side right here on the G5. Okay, let's move on. Now this gun, these next two guns, or last two guns, I've actually have them kind of set up kind of weird. It's not how I had them set up when I would play with them, but I'm actually selling these guns. I've just decided about 30 minutes ago that I'm selling these guns since I got my new dream gun. So they're missing parts that I'm going to keep, and they also are they're set up differently than what I normally would run with them. But I'm going to go over some features here. This is a mostly GMP. It's a GMP based gun. Both upper and lower receivers are Magpul Actually, sorry, this is a Navy SEAL Skull Frog upper with a mag pull lower. So the things that I'm not going to include with the gun are the internals, such as the trigger group and the bolt catch area / firing pin area. The things that will come with the gun. Also, I'm going to keep the K-Tech Loudner, but the things that will come with the gun are the pistol grip, stock, a GMP plastic buffer, the charging handle, iron sights, rail system, outer barrel, the magazine catch, selector, and like the basic stuff, like the so the only things that I should simplify this. The only things I'm keeping are the trigger group, the bolt catch and firing pin assembly, and the flash hider. The rest of what you see on the gun will come with it. Now, there are some upgrades and things, like such as the rail system and whatnot, but the bolt carrier may or may not come with the gun. Depends on what kind of deal we work out if you are interested in this gun. But it's Magpul, and then this is a Knight's Armament rail system. And if you want to give them a call, there's their number. I don't know if that number is accurate anymore, but yeah. So this is a steel forward assist. Anyway, if you're interested in this gun, then hit me up about it. It'll come with the angle foregrip too, and I also have the hardware for it. I just can't locate it at this moment. But it is pretty well used. It's not like a brand new gun. I'm not going to advertise it as a brand new gun. I'm also selling this gun. This is a GMP based gun as well, and you probably recognize this from my other videos. The things that won't come with this gun are the flash hider again, and the magazine release, trigger group, and why do I always forget that? The bolt catch and firing pin assembly. The rest of it will come with it, so including the stock and everything. It'll come with the sight as well. This is a Aimpoint replica, and it's kind of finicky, but it does work relatively well. I don't know if you can see the dot. You can't see the dot because of the flash, but it has 5 adjustments, and on the 5th one, you actually have to leave it kind of halfway engaged for it to work, but it doesn't go out of place or anything. And it takes like those little hearing aid batteries or whatever. Comes with a mount and everything. The both upper and lower receivers are Magpul, and it won't come with the anti-rotation pins either. They'll come with stock pins. But if you're interested in this, it'll come with a rail system, outer barrel, barrel nut. And again, this is not like a brand new gun. It has blemishes. There's a ambidextrous sling mount, attached points. If you were interested, then also hit me up about this gun. But this is my updated collection, and these guns, the last 2 guns that I'm selling will not come with magazines either. I'm keeping the magazines for my guns because they work in my guns. And so out of all the guns, I'm keeping the Glock, my custom-built AR-15, and my PDW and my G5. The other 2 guns I'm selling, not because, for no other reason than I've got my dream M4, and I just don't feel like I'm going to use, these other guns anymore, and I would rather, not just keep it sitting there, and and wasting away, because, I mean, I built that gun to use it. So, you know, I built that gun to use it, and I'm going to. There's no reason for me to have spent all that money and, you know, I'm not going to spend, that's like probably like an $800 or $900 gun just in parts, you know, and, you know, I dropped a lot of cash on that one, but I built it piece by piece. There's literally nothing that, you know, came pre-assembled. Just, you know, it really satisfying to put it together, you know, and I had to modify a lot of things to get it to work, and it's satisfying. So, again, if you're interested in these two guns, go ahead and email me or message me or even leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I receive the message. And if you have any questions or anything about the guns, like, I'll definitely enlighten you. I'm not sure if that's an appropriate word for that, but I'll let you know what's up. And have a good day or night if you're watching this at night, and hopefully I'll hear from you guys soon. Enjoy.